Hey, my elevators. This is Elle Beecham, owner, creator, and founder of the Elevate Movement, which is a naturopathic approach to mental health and healing. I did a video a couple of, months ago where I talked about the importance of what you do in the interim. So you're not at the beginning, you're not quite at the end, but you're right there in the middle, and the importance of that middle work, right? People on the outside are only focused on the beginning and the end, but the person that's in the thick of things, they tend to focus on step by step because they're the ones that's going through it. So I just wanted to give you an account of my transition. I'm in the interim of going from one career to the next, licensure in Texas, things of that nature. I have a lot going on. So in that, as well as me being sick. So I ended up having to go to the emergency room last night, and I ran across, that was my mama calling, but I ran across this Indian doctor. And immediately we had a connection. She was older. But we just clicked. Like when she came in, I wasn't very talkative or whatever. But she forced me, to talk. Like she was asking me questions. I could tell that she really wanted to know like me and what was going on. So the more I opened up to her about what I do for a living, how I live my life, the way I eat, my holistic practices, whether it's my meditative things that I do, yoga, stretching, working out, chanting, like we really the sound instruments that I use for healing or whatever, like we really got into a lot of things. The purpose in me explaining this is because you will meet people on your journey, not at the beginning of your journey and not at the end. The people that you meet during the middle are very instrumental in, they're very instrumental in like supporting, co-signing, validating, whatever word you want to put there. The people you pick up along the way for your journey, they will be very instrumental in you getting to the end. Sometimes they come to deliver a message. Sometimes it's to drop a nugget. Sometimes it's for motivation. Sometimes it's to be a helping hand and provide resources and knowledge and information. But whatever it is, it's so that you can get to the other side of your dream, your goal, your tragic experience, your trauma, your healing, whatever that thing is for you. Everybody crosses our path for a reason. But this lady told me, she said, because of who you are, you would draw so many people to you. We all have that. And people are drawn to us for different reasons. I just know the way I make people feel, people come. I have to use some really definitive discernment to know who to let in and who not to. So sometimes I got to gauge people with a spiritual eye and not so much a fleshly eye. Like what I'm attracted to physically versus what I'm attracted to spiritually. Sometimes when you are attracted to someone physically, it irritates the spiritual piece side of you. And what I mean by that is you can like someone, get along with someone or whatever, but they may not challenge you on the other side of the fence. And this lady told me, she said, be careful with people who are angry. Be careful with people who can't control their anger and their emotions and things like that. That's a phase that you have graduated from. You don't need to have one foot in and one foot out. You don't need to toy with that. So I thought about that and I was like, honestly, I have, opened up the door to someone who I had closed the door on, and now I see why that door was closed. You gotta be firm in who you are. You gotta stand firm on your decisions, especially when you know better, right? That's one thing. The other side of that lady was like, she told me that I was gifted. And I said, it's so funny that you say that, because I consider myself to be a mystic or a fairy. And anyone that knows me knows that this ear right here, I can hear very good in this ear. And I hear different things. I hear on different dimensions and different levels with this ear. So when I was talking to her, she was like, yeah. And it'll be some people who will discount who you are. Those same angry, jealous, and people who are trying to show you. She said the spirit in you irritates them and it aggravates them. So you need to kind of, stiff arm them a little bit. Deal with them with a long handle spoon, or not at all. She also has some things to say to my mom. She has some things to say to my grandmother. So much so that my grandmother called me this morning and she was like, are you a witch? Like, do you practice witchcraft? Are you into, this whole voodoo stuff? And I was like, not today. We not doing this today, girl. But I'm sharing this because to stress the importance of what happens along the way when you are in transition and getting to your final destination. To me, you never have a final destination. You are forever evolving until you die. Even people who are retired and all of that, they're still learning. They're still trying and experiencing new things. Like, we never stop learning. We never stop learning. And the lessons, about me and about myself, like, they're priceless. So I just wanted to provide this video to give you a little encouragement during the interim transition, going from one place to the next. Like, continue to pay attention to the miracle signs and wonders that are around you. People will show up in your life to deliver you a message, to confirm and to validate what you already know or what God has shown you. So continue to listen. Always be a student. You can learn from anybody. You don't always have to be the disseminator of information. You can also be the receiver. I like to, look at myself as a forever student. And what that means is that I'm forever learning. I'm forever reading a book. I'm forever, observing. I'm forever asking questions. Like, I've always been the but why child. I've always been the, oh, that don't make sense, but what about this? So just, keep your investigative hats on. Be open to different things around you. But her name was Toma. The physician's name was Toma. And she really blessed me. Like, she's called me twice today. My grandmother done called me 15 times. My mama done probably called me 20 times. Just checking on me. And I appreciate all the love. Like, I truly do. But pay attention to what's around you. It's more communicative than you really realize. So until my next video, elevators, like, continue to love, share, promote the videos. Continue to pay attention to your surroundings and the people who cross your path. Pay attention to, like, how they show you. If their spirit, if something about them vexes you, that's a you thing. If you find yourself getting upset and yelling and you can't communicate and express yourself, that's a you thing. It has nothing to do with the other person. Like, we love to point the finger at somebody else versus looking at ourselves. And Toma told me, I don't want them people in my life. I don't want them in my circle. I don't want that. And I don't want it for you. So until my next video, elevators, like, I thank you so much, for following and subscribing and sharing my content and allowing me to just ramble on. I apologize that my voice is all raspy. I kind of like it. I like the way it sounds. But until my next video, enjoy this weekend. It's getting near the holidays. People are committing suicide, guys. Like, I had a cousin. I've had a few friends to experience it. And then the DJ, Steven, I can't think of his DJ, Twiggy, Twisted, something, but a nice looking 40-year-old African-American man with 3 children and a wife took his life. Like, it's real out here. And if you don't think mental health is an issue, like, something is wrong with you. But love on people. Love on people. Like, that's what people need. They need love and acceptance. So love on people, be kind to people, share a nice word, render a compliment, give a hug, give a handshake, do a nice gesture, a nice deed during this holiday. Like, challenge yourself to step outside of the box, to do something different, because people are really, really struggling. So love you all. Thank you so much for just following me. And until my next video, elevators, I'm out.